I'm good to go. You're probably waiting. Why did I just get a sound? I don't like getting sound. What? Okay. Well, they're telling me I'm live. Hello, everyone. It's me again. Thankfully, I'm not hiding underneath the sea. Welcome to Dragon Ball Z Super Saiya Densetsu, aka Legend of the Super Saiyan. Radar percent is really your true any percent. There's going to be just a few glitches that I'm going to be incorporating into this run. And the funny thing is, actually, one of the major glitches I will not be doing, for those of you who know about this game and the fact that battle power is how strong your character is, I do have a save on my cartridge right here. Piccolo has a robust battle power of 6 million, and that's Goku up at the top, is broken. And the funny thing is, I don't use any of those glitches in this run. But it's actually the same idea as to how you do those glitches. But before we even get into that, let's go ahead and just break everything else about it. So let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. So I am playing this in Japanese because you have to for a lot of the glitches that wind up happening. For some odd reason, some of the translations out there don't really seem to want to work with it, but that's fine. There's still some tricks that we are capable of doing, and we're going to do them. So I just picked up the Dragon Radar from Bulma. Oh, by the way, if you don't know anything about Dragon Ball, sorry. Just sorry. I don't know what to tell you. And this is not a glitch, but you can actually turn off combat, so I did that. You fly up in the air, hit Y 3 times, then X, and you won't get into a fight. It's fun like that. I need to move a little bit further to actually talk to the shopkeep. So, I need to buy that item right there was a Poir, or Pool card. What it does is it restores your MP in the game. It's just key in this game, but it restores your MP. If you do not have, if it won't work, like if you're full on key on your MP, I'll just say MP to make it easier for you. If you're full on MP, it won't let you use the item. The fact that the game has delayed inputs becomes very troublesome very quickly. Now, allow me to demonstrate. You see in the top left here, my item there is the Dragon Radar. Now, here's that Pool card that I just bought. So I've hit up and A at the same time. It's selecting the Dragon Radar, but it still shows the Pool card. I tried to use it on Goku, who's at full key. Nothing happens. It defaults back to the Dragon Radar. I hit the A button, and now I'm no longer in combat. So I can just warp out of fights whenever I want, which makes a lot of this pretty easy to just kind of go through. Now, the important thing to remember, just ignore the graphical stuff. The game will fix itself eventually. Okay, so the important thing to remember is that I can just get out of fights that I want to. Unfortunately, there are a lot of boss fights that are coded to well, you really can't continue the game. You have to actually beat the boss. Otherwise, the game's just not really going to try to work too well at all. Soft locks or hard locks, take your pick. Both of them can happen. So we need to find clever ways to get around those boss fights. And by clever, I mean you can beat this game with absolutely no grinding whatsoever, but that's less fun. So we're not going to do that. We're going to instead break a lot more things on the way. Come on, game. Where you at? There it is. I need this item. I mean, I don't need it, but I'm grabbing it because, well, we're probably going to wind up needing it. So, first boss in the game, well, the first two bosses in the game, and don't think about that too long if you're familiar with the show. The first two bosses are Raditz. Singular. The first one's actually one of those guys. They're called Cybermen, and they come in different colors. It just means how powerful they are, except there's a black Cyberman that can take on the appearance of somebody else in the fight. That is, well, they're not fun, because if you have wildly overpowered characters like Goku with H as his battle power, that guy's very, very strong, like 2/3 as strong as they are. So this first one is actually a fake Raditz. It's not a correct Raditz, but we actually don't want to fight him yet. Don't worry about the screen. That's perfectly normal. This is fine. What I'm looking for is a group of just two very quick and easy Cybermen to pick off, because I need to win a fight, and then I can walk up to Raditz, and then just take him out. Again, two. I need two enemies. Not 4, not 3, because fights in this game take a really long time, and this is... What are you doing, game? Ay. Okay, so, yeah. 2, can I get a twofer? There's a twofer, great. Okay, so wait, which one's the weak one? You're the weak one, so Goku's gonna punch that guy out. Piccolo's gonna blow that one up. Combat, this is like the only fight in the game that we treat normally, because you have to. Combat takes a very, very long time. One round of one guy fighting another guy is like 30 seconds. So if you've got 5 guys on the screen and you got 5 of your own guys also going out there to fight, it's not fun. You don't want to have to deal with that. So, look at that. We beat those guys. We're going to walk up to Raditz, who's like, I can't believe you came here to fight me. Ha ha! And as we've learned, look at my watch, look at the radar, and that Raditz is just dead. Sure, why not? We can move past him. I have to win that fight first, so the game flags itself as, oh, a fight has been won. Okay, cool. And then I can then fly up here to where the real Raditz is hiding, walk up to him and do the exact same thing, and that's the first boss. He's coded to be literally invincible unless you go out of your way to fight another fight on the other side of the map, and you get yourself a special item that allows you to turn off his invulnerability. And the way it's supposed to go is that Goku, being the brave hero that he is, he grabs his evil brother Raditz from behind, puts him in a half Nelson, full, I don't know, he holds him down. Whatever the wrestling move is. Full Nelson? Half something? Rear naked chokehold? I don't know. And then Piccolo shoots a Makenko Sapo through both of them. A big giant beam blasts right through both of their chests. But instead I looked at my watch and we're fine. Goku is still technically dead, and now he unfortunately has to go, train, because it's Dragon Ball. Who likes training montages? We got your training montages, baby. Oh, yeah. Woo! So, there's this. At least I don't have to do anything here. But Piccolo has decided to take Goku's son, Gohan, and train him in a cave. Because we all remember that epic moment from the show and the manga. It's a thing that happened, right? But unfortunately, Gohan has access to the Dragon Radar, so fight's over. Bye! So, like I said, here comes the training montages that everyone seems to enjoy so much. Special beam cannon. Listen, you. I don't remember what my cards look like, so before I walk in here... Oh, those are great. This should be easy, now that I've jinxed myself. So, Goku has to go through 3 different training sections here on King Kai's planet. It's effectively just a fight. You're fighting, air quotes, a thing. You're fighting the planet. You're training on the planet with huge amounts of gravity, and so... Goku needs to not fail while trying to jump around like this. That's really all you're looking for. It's a reskinned fight. Instead of showing me punching somebody in the face, you get to look at Bubbles the monkey jumping around in the background and looking all adorable, because that's what Bubbles does. Yes. No. What's correct? So, there's this. I get 10 of those cards at the bottom of the screen because, I mean, instead of having, like, specific weapons and armor and things that you'd be used to seeing in a role-playing game, they instituted in Dragon Ball for a while power levels. It's how strong your character is just overall, physical, ki, ability, etc. And so everybody here has just what their power level is, and then specific abilities, their key attacks, their special attacks that they can use if they have one of those blue cards with the 3 dots on them. And all the other symbols in the middle are just like the preferred fighting styles. Everybody has their own fighting style that they want to use that's directly beneath their character portrait. Goku's there. He's currently using Kami's fighting style. So if that comes up and Goku grabs a card that has that symbol on it, he can attack everybody on the screen, which is, good. The other things of note are the number in the top left is your offense. The higher the number, the better. Z is the best. The bottom number, the bottom right, similar. It's your defense, and so that's what the game bases your abilities off of. So you have your power level that is modified by the cards, and that's the system in a nutshell. And you're gonna see me ruin do that a couple of different ways, because like I was alluding to before, you can't just radar past a lot of bosses. The first one I had to win a fight, and then I could go talk to him and look at my watch, and suddenly the fight's over twice. Yay. If I try to do that against Vegeta, he never hops into his capsule and leaves the planet, so we're just stuck on Earth. We can't do anything. There's no way to progress. That's the end. Congratulations, I hope you saved prior to the fight. So we actually have to beat Vegeta. We don't have to beat Nappa, and that's another interesting thing, because famously in the show, Piccolo gives up his life protecting Gohan. He dives in the way of a blast that's coming right at him. Yes, because Gohan is not dodging. Thank you, Cube, I'm getting to that. He dives in the way, he takes the shot, he dies, it's in a cutscene, you can't avoid it, it sucks. But if you can avoid the cutscene, you do not have a dead Piccolo, and that's fun. Alright, so here's the difficult one. I only get 3 cards to be able to try and beat this training section, so I need to have 3 really good cards. That's nearly it. That's why I grabbed this card right here. What's good? What's the best? Well, that one, honestly. Gold cards, for some odd reason, seem to have a higher chance of actually doing, like, really good damage. I don't know why, they just do. So, so yes, eventually, where Piccolo should be dead, he won't be dead. Hooray. Good start. Not a good start. That's a reset. Good job, Goku! So if you fall down, that means you didn't successfully do any damage to the planet. Goku fell down immediately, so thanks, brother. That's exactly what I wanted you to do.
Hey, King Kai, what am I doing this training for? Shut up, Goku! Keep jumping!
So that's, that happened. Alright, see if this did enough damage. Please tell me it did enough damage. Not bad. I've got 2 cards with a maxed out offense. I'm hoping for 1 defense is on the planet. That's the one on the right. That's a 4 defense. I'm pretty well guaranteed I'm not getting past this one here, am I? No, that card, it's not possible to do that much damage with 1. So here's another reset. Thank you, you butt. Goku, you are a butt. And there's no way for me to be able to, like, glitch past this because you don't have access to items in this fight. So there's no way to try and trick your way past it, if you will. I have a safety save with 3 maxed out offense cards. So then I should be able to, yeah, if I fail on this one, I'll just go to the safety save. And then it's, oh no, I win. I mean, I've seen the safety save fail, but hopefully... Why? Why? No! No! Goku, you and me, we gonna have words later. In fact, we're gonna have words now. You made me go to the safety save this quickly, you chucklehead. Why? So those are 3 cards that you want to see. Really powerful cards. Right out of the gate. I don't understand why. Yeah, that's true. That is true, by the way. This safety save I actually made during another marathon because I looked at the cards and went, oh, no, these are great. I have to use these. Although the damage is lower this time. I don't know why. Okay, so like a 1 to 2 defense, I should be fine here. Should be fine here. Goku. Goku, it's a 1 defense. What? No! There is literally no better cards that I could have for that situation. And it still did not happen. So grinding this category out is fun! It's not. In fact, regardless of the category, you just have to deal with this. If you fail the training, you get 32 experience. And then you can go to King Kai's house and heal up. And you need, I think it's 750 experience to level up. I'm not doing that. No. There's also the fact that means Goku takes forever to get back to Earth. So you have to deal with all the Earthlings fighting the Saiyans. He's pretty much never gonna show up. Come on, dude, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. You didn't do it. I hate you. I hate you. You suck. I'm not crying, you're crying. So, this happens sometimes. That's the wrong save. Back up, please. Yes, the Carrot Man is named Carrot. Wow.
Goku, you're not allowed to keep resetting.
The King Kai completely failed right there. This is fine. This is, in fact, a game. This is by design. You can't grind out. I mean, you can, but you ruined the later game. So you can't have any real success. Like the hit points on the planet don't roll over from attempt to attempt. So you gotta nail it here. You have to. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hit all the things. I don't understand why you're doing this to me here. Again, you could wrong save again. You could just plow through. But then you have a harder time in the next section, like nearly unwinnable time. Let's try a different card first. Let's go with the yellow card first, huh? How about that? Do that. Do exactly that. I mean, that's a good amount of damage. That's like a third of the planet. So, this is pretty much the only part of the game completely out of my control, and so we just kind of have to deal with it. My luck, Planets does not have a huge amount of life left. That's the bar on the right. Full life is blue, and it's getting lower and lower and lower. He should get it. My luck, he'll fail. He failed. I got... So how's everyone doing? You are currently watching the Big Bad Game-a-Thon, where I am vainly attempting to play a video game, but the video game is having absolutely none of it. The game knows better, apparently, and it is willing to demonstrate that fact at me. Take the blue card first. It shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter. Why? It doesn't matter how many times I ask it. It's just going to be like, yeah, okay, sure, why not? Again, this is by design. It's even funnier when you play the game glitchless because, again, by design, the game puts you into a situation after a minute-long cutscene where you have to just hope that Vegeta actually wants to help you out and win and do things. Okay, we're finally past the fight, so next up to finish your training, you have to fight King Kai, because we all remember that happening in the show, except they gave me access to my items again, so we are past King Kai because I looked at my watch. We are past the hardest part of the game. There it was. That is, well, that was a 5-minute time loss. Thank you, game. That was brilliant. And by brilliant, I mean I'm gonna throw things. So the Saiyans have made it to Earth. Hooray. So, talking about your battle power, right? Your power level, how strong everybody is. Like, all the Earthlings right now are like 12, 13, 1400. So Nappa's at 4,000. Vegeta is at 18,000. That's not a good situation to be in. So we're gonna need some help. I'm gonna go pick up Krillin. You know, Cape Baldy right here. He's gonna join the crew. That's great. We have to reset fly. So we fly, land, and then fly again. And then 1, 2, 3. Now we don't get into a fight. Cool. Next up, one of the MVPs, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Yamcha! And I always seem to get into a fight right there. It's just how the step count kind of works out. But I don't really want to deal with the fight. They left me my items. Because of course they did. So we're going to enter this house. We're going to wave hello to Bulma. Hi, Bulma! Bye, Bulma! I don't know why she's the healer in this game. Well, at least on Earth she is. So now we need Tenshinhan and Chaozu. Actually, yeah, no, we need them. We need 5 party members to be able to do some of the tricks here. Reset fly. Meat Shield. Now, Yamcha, for the vast majority of this run, is going to be one of the 3 most powerful party members. So, no, he is not a Meat Shield. So I need to get rid of some items. I don't need any of those. Just in case something weird happens, I'll go ahead and save it. Let's go ahead and fight some Saiyans. What do you say? Hi, Nappa. How you doing? Okay, so that's a Cyberman. He plants the seed and there's things happening. So I'm going to go into the menu here. I'm going to look at that beautiful Yamcha right there. Isn't he beautiful? Now let's go use an item. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. That's actually really bad. Now well, let's have Krillin do something. Okay, Krillin do something. Now next person up is Krillin again. Well, that's different. Okay, Krillin, use that card. No, I want to keep that card. That's a good card. Oh, I see you're just going to duplicate it? Okay, that's cool. You just keep duplicating that card for me because it's actually ridiculously busted. And finally, Piccolo, murder this thing. So I just made 5 cards that, well, they don't act normally, as you can see, because I just took a short flight trip with that guy and he's dead. The other effect that just took place is the battle power of everyone in the party right now is a little bit silly. Gohan, Krillin, and Yamcha have a battle power of 2.6 million. By the way, Goku's here. Piccolo, Tenshinhan, and Chaozu all have 75,000. So that's fun. This is great. Isn't this amazing? So yeah, again, normally, Piccolo dies in this fight. But I just skipped the fight and the cutscene, so Piccolo's alive and well. He is not leaving us. This is great. Piccolo, which by the way, he dies, which means the Dragon Balls on Earth don't work anymore. So the entire reason that they go to Namek to bring back all the people that, you know, supposedly, air quotes, died during this fight, because they couldn't use the Dragon Balls to wish them back because they didn't exist anymore. Piccolo's alive. So what's the problem, guys? I don't understand what we're doing here. This is kind of silly. What is happening? And we don't want Goku to die right here. So we stun Veggie, so he's not going to do anything. Goku gets his shots in. I could just kill Vegeta, and then no one goes to Namek. Now keep in mind, we travel to Namek, but no one is in the party. So the second that you get into a fight, and oh brother, are there some fights on the way past this? Yeah, no, the game just immediately hangs. And that's not a fun thing. We don't like that. We don't want that. So instead, we're gonna have, oh, I don't know, hey Krillin, go punch out Veggie. Or take him for a short flight? Nope, you're just gonna stare at him menacingly. And Vegeta's down. That is Vegeta. That was the Vegeta fight. Yay that. Cool. Look at that, we won! And nobody died! So why are we going to Namek? Good question. Better question, why are we bringing Piccolo with us? I mean, I kind of assume it's just a, okay, why not? We'll go visit your home planet, cause, reasons. And have crazy, wacky adventures! Cause, you know, why not? That seems like a fun thing to do. That's the crux of Dragon Ball. Go out on adventures and see the sights, and there's no fighting whatsoever. That's exactly what no, it's not. So Piccolo, alive and well, decides to join us on his home planet, which he clearly hates and wants nothing to do with. And, okay, so we've been told let's go find some more Dragon Balls because, yeah, okay. But we're not going to do that either. We're going to skip those too. We're actually just going to march right up here to good old Frieza. I'm actually going to save the game because I'm actually taking a hit during this section, which you shouldn't. But, so that's the main bad guy, Frieza, in his little floaty car, his little Koopa clown car. And he's, you know, killing off a bunch of villagers, so he tells his good buddy there, Dodoria, yo, breathe on those guys real hard. Boom, they dead, baby! Yeah! Now tell us where the Dragon Balls are.
We don't want to.
Okay, Dodoria, kill the children! And at that point, despite the fact that every single member of this party could mop the floor with all of them, Gohan jumps in and kicks him. And as I like to say, did I just get kicked by a bowl cut? So Dodoria, very mad about what just happened, decides to give chase. So you know what I like in my RPGs? A bullet dodging game, because I haven't had enough of that today. So Dodoria, yeah, he likes to shoot bullets at you, and it's actually scripted after the first 4 he can't hit you for the next, I think it's 12 shots? because they're all coded to miss you. Well, they're not coded to miss you, it's just their pattern will not hit straight ahead. So I'm gonna vape. And now I have to resume dodging. I have to dodge these because if you get a perfect score, you get an item that's actually really, really good. In combat, it boosts your power level by 50%. So, in case you were wondering how I started screwing up Goku's battle power, well, now you know. Because you can do that. Same trick as the radar glitch. You can do that out of combat. Yeah, I can run into the bullets. I don't want to because I need that item right there, the Guru card. Saikuru! I want that item, like I say, boost your battle power by 50% in combat, and if I had enough money to buy a bunch of them, I could then just permanently boost up one of these guys to insane levels, but that's actually slower than selling the card outright and then just buying things. So, you can turn off combat on the overworld like this, right? Which is good, but you cannot turn off combat in caves, so you have to actually go ahead and buy up some items that let you avoid those. So I'm going to sell off this Piccolo, this Veggie card, and that Guru card. So 3 of the best items in the game, I sold them. So instead I'm going to buy Bubbles! You remember him, the monkey, dance around in the background. He shuts off combat for you, which, again, I can't do in caves, so I need these. And I lost track of my count, but that's fine. I'll buy that Bukujutsu. I'll buy... I think it's... Yeah, it's slightly off the count. That's fine. 1, 2, 3... And a Chi-Chi card. Chi-Chi takes one of your cards and turns it... one of the cards that you attack with on the bottom of the screen. And turns it into a Ki Blast card. So, you know, your big, bad, super damaging attack, you have one of those and the multipliers on your Ki Blasts are so ridiculously higher than just fighting things that you really don't want to be doing regular fighting. It sucks. So you can't turn off combat here in the cave, so I use those Bubbles cards that, well, shut off combat for a little bit. And the less that we wind up getting into fights, the better. I can radar away from fights I happen to get into here in the cave, but I don't want to have to do that because it puts me both simultaneously in and out of combat. So that means I can't use combat-centric items unless I radar glitch to them, and I don't have an item directly next to the bubble cards that will allow me to do that. So, long story short, I just have to remember when to use the items that turn off combat, otherwise, crikey, it's gonna cost me like 30 seconds or so, and it's kind of dumb. You know what else I really like is the movie Indiana Jones. Not the movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just the character Indiana Jones. I like him. He's great. And apparently the people who made this game thought to themselves, you know what I want to see in my Dragon Ball RPG? A bullet dodging game? You're correct. Oh, by the way, glitching the game out after a while, the game doesn't react too well to it. It gets a little annoyed. Okay, so at least I'm now actually out of a fight normally because they ran from me, so I can shut off combat using one last Bubbles card. Hey, screen, catch up. Okay, thank you. So, Raiders of the Lost Ark has one of the most famous intros to a movie of all time. And they decided to put it in this game too. I don't really know why, but there it is. Look, big giant. Oh, just roll it up. I ran into it. I'm not playing Hive Light. No, thank you. Right, so I'm required by law to pick up this Dragon Ball. It's unfortunate, but I gotta, so I'm a gonna. Here it is. Yay, look, we found a Dragon Ball. Only 6 more to go. Now, Vegeta has a couple of them. He hit them, and that's, you know, good for him and all that jazz. And Kiwi's really mad. This is Kiwi. He's really mad that we have a Dragon Ball, and he wants to fight us for it. But, well, about that, dude. No, but I think this will wind up slowing down the game a lot. It's just how it goes sometimes. So, when you break a game as hard as we have been so far, the game tries to keep up. Excuse me. Right, so, slowest leveling up of all time. Yay! You know what else I love is that section of Dragon Ball where you had to go out of your way to get another Namekian child in addition to Dende, and also those two Namekian fighters to help you out. And that's the only way that you would actually be allowed to fight Dodoria. You have to do this. I don't think anywhere they tell you that child is hiding in a pot. He's just there. And there he is. And there he was. And we use those glitched cards because even as powerful as we are, it would still take actual fighting on these bosses, which would take longer. Yes, even longer than this cutscene, and then the normal fight. So please catch up game eventually. Don't worry, we've almost spent all of those crazy, wacky, game-breaking cards, but oh, don't worry, we're gonna have some more as soon as I'm able to get my hands on them. So, okay, Gohan, break the game one more time. All right, buddy. And the game is so broken at this point that Piccolo says, well, I would say I need to return to my home planet and pull a Poochie, but he's on his home planet, so instead he just dies and flies straight to King Kai's. That's what he does. It's fun. Cool. So Dodoria's dead, we're all worried that Bulma died, but no, she wasn't in the ship. She was hiding in that cave that Krillin ruined. You know what you did, Krillin. Meanwhile, Goku has to do some more training. Because of course he does. Training sections, I mean, it's Dragon Ball. They fight and then they train. We fight and we train and we train and we fight, and then eventually someone dies. Hey! That's the summary of Dragon Ball. I hope you liked it. So yeah, on the way there, he had the ship built that could go up to 100 times gravity. Earth's gravity, I guess I should say. There's no difference in terms of experience or anything between 10 times gravity or 100 times gravity. So you just always do 10 times gravity because it's fast. I mean, if you want to ruin your day, you can go, does anyone fight a train? Mash. And he will suplex it. So yeah, Goku, that's a great card, I'm gonna use it. So Goku just finishes off his training and clears out the RAM so that the game will start to look moderately normal again. I'm not gonna make any brave statements about how the game may or may not be broken from here, but it might happen, just a little bit. Now normally, right after this, is when Piccolo does his training on King Kai's planet, and the funny thing about that is that normally Piccolo's a little bit stronger than what Goku was when he did it, so you'd think, oh, okay, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but whatever, that's fine. Well, it's a lot funnier when you realize that because we borked the game earlier, Piccolo's gonna be at 75,000, because hey, why not? The other fun thing is that even King Kai realizes I am not gonna fight this guy. I've got a better idea. For those of you who like Dragon Ball Z Abridged, he brings out the Ghost Nappa. Ghost Nappa is a thing. It is real. It was in this game that came out in 1991. But they once again gave me the ability to look at my watch, so I think you know what's about to happen.
Hey there, Piccolo, you should train.
No. Yeah. I don't think I want to suplex the ship, and I'm definitely not going to try and install a muffin button. I think it has enough issues. It really does. I mean, I could fight Ghost Nappa, but again, that takes a while, and it's really not going to provide much for me. He also has Raditz there too. You find them both at the same time, which is an interesting idea, and I like the idea. And my goodness, Piccolo would steamroll the crap out of both of them. The glitchless run, you actually use an item on him that lets him attack everybody, regardless of the attack he's using. So big key blasts, oh boy, and he one-shots them both. So that's fun. I mean, that's funny. So you're mass murdering Namekian. Well, they were already dead at the time. Oh no, it's Ghost Nappa! Look at my watch! Look at my watch! Thank you for finally looking at your watch, and we talked to King Kai! Hey! Boop. So, back back on Namek, people who have not had their battle powers skewed to ridiculous levels are now going to have a brief cutscene fight, because why not, I guess. It's how the game goes sometimes. So Veggie's gonna dodge, and then Veggie's gonna blow him up and slap him into the ground. Well, he doesn't blow him up, he hammers him into the ground, because boom, and we gotta show off those Mode 7 graphics, baby. Yeah, wow! Ooh! Oh, he's so dead! Man, he's so cool! That Vegeta is such a rebel! Yeah, oh! Oh. Oh. Man, what? Man, what? Zarbon, did you just kill Vegeta? Yes, my lord. And he was the only one that happened to know where the Dragon Balls were? Yes, my lord. Well, then I suggest you go make sure he's not dead now, please. Yes, sir. Right, more adventures with the children. I realize only one of them is a kid, but 3 of them are tiny, so I always refer to the Earthlings here as the children. Oh, we also have 2 actual Namekian children, so that also kind of makes sense. Step count right there. Turn off combat, and off we go. We're gonna go do things and stuff. So we need to go talk to, the Namekian guru, Saikaru, which is his name and conveniently lends itself to calling him Guru, so interchangeable. Problem is, the path there is blocked by a fairy that is just kind of hanging out in a pool, and he's like, people are immediately calling out, yes, I realize the fact that my Frieza's just stewy. Thank you very much for all of that. I'm aware of it. So there's a fairy that is blocking the passageway. No, don't tell them where the hidden item is. So that's the hidden item. Okay, words. Why you do this to me, man? That's the hidden item. Yes, that the fairy that's hiding in a pool will look at and go, oh yeah, you're on the level. Cool, let's go. So I'm gonna sell off Piccolo and 2 of the best items in the game. That is a full heal for everyone in the party. And those are fun, but I don't need them, so I'm gonna buy a bunch of Bubbles cards. Because we got a lot of walking here, baby. Oh, yeah. And it would help if I'm not, in fights for those. So we're just gonna buy all of these and then one more of those Buku Jutsu cards. That lets you, normally, if you use it on the overworld, it'll fly you to a healing house. Yay, that's great. If you use it in a cave, it'll let you exit that cave. We've got a cave coming up that I don't really want to walk out of, because that's dumb. Walking is dumb. So I have to think. I do, unfortunately, need one of those other Buku Jutsu cards. The art of flying. It's a skill. They can teach it. I do need that to avoid soft locking the game after another boss fight, which sucks, but that's just kind of how it goes. I haven't been keeping an eye on these. Okay, no, they're fine. Because I have to have one card that'll allow me to select someone that's going to try and AoE everyone that we're fighting. And I'm actually going to make a card just out of thin air. A card that is even more broken than the previous one that I have been using to steamroll everything with weird flying around the world and such and all that jazz. Yes, it's originally over 8,000, by the way. I don't know why they changed it to 9,000, but, pedantics and semantics and something, whatever. I took the LRI, but I didn't have a ticket. Man, oh man, oh man, I hope I find my spoon soon. I like De La Soul. So here's the fairy, who I don't have that item anymore. I sold it, but it's like, yeah, you're on the level. You can go. This is fine. All right, you can head on through. Hey, thanks, buddy. No, they're all the way down here. Okay, so I'm going to continue walking and take a drink of water. Fun fact, you do not need a parachute to go skydiving. You need a parachute to go skydiving twice. So there's a little entryway on the cave, on the cave wall, I guess I should say, just left of there. And we could go get Nail, and that's all fine and fun and good, but I'm not gonna. instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the party order so that Gohan is in third. And now the game really doesn't like it when swapping from page to page and having other weird things happen, like, I don't know if someone is trying to use an AoE attack. Like, here's Gohan, he's going to select the AoE attack. Nope, wait, what? This happens sometimes. There we go. So, that card is not supposed to be there, but it is. And so that thing's pretty broken. More broken than the other card. Krillin does not take kindly to you trying to hit him, sir. Please, sir. What are you doing? You get punched into a wall. So yeah, we literally just made a card out of thin air. The interesting thing about this card is, as you can see, it doesn't have a power Dragon Ball. It just has the defensive rating. So let's go ahead and just, theoretically, let's make that a Ki Blast. So someone could use their special, special attacks, their special big Ki Blasts and all that jazz, right? Those are fun. Why am I doing the save walking? I need to be using bubbles. What is happening here? I'm trying to remember the step count, which you use in the glitchless run. I don't know why. I have the items that let me ignore the step count. Just go with it, all right? This is fine. We are good. Hey. Big Bad Game-a-Thon. You've been live for 56 hours. You should drink a ton of water. All of this is true. Actually, I do need to try and run a couple times. There we go. So I've burned off one. That super card doesn't have an offensive rating. It has a defensive rating. And what it does varies off of what the defensive rating is. Now, every time in this game you attempt to run from a fight, and it fails, the game punishes you by taking the offense and the defense of all of the cards at the bottom of the screen and reducing them by 1. If you do not have any cards with a rating above 1 and 1, the game removes the option of running, period. You cannot run anymore. So that's fair, because not only are you going to have the worst offense and defense that you could possibly have for all of your selected attacks, but now, Tough, you have to fight it out. That's, dumb, and I don't like it, so we don't mess with it. I made a super card, I turned it into a Ki Blast card, and now I'm going to ensure that it does what I want it to, because it has a lot of really, really weird effects if you keep trying to run over and over and over, because it won't run out all the way to 1. It'll keep going and just start working itself into the RAM in real crazy wonky ways, and I still have not figured out a way to, like, try and get a credits warp, otherwise this category would be stupid. No, we have to, air quotes, play the game still. But the card is going to wind up being very powerful, very stupid, and we're then going to make a trio of them that are going to allow me to, well, I beat Frieza twice with it, and also Ginyu winds up being the unlucky recipient of the third one. Because we haven't really been doing much to try and help out Goku or anything, make him, viable for a lot of stuff. I'm sure he'll be fine with his training and all that jazz, but I don't really want to do that. Instead, super cards. And then my unreasonably overpowered characters here in the party are then going to look at someone and go, "You're dead. You're just dead." It has a higher than normal multiplier. Even if it's just a regular attack, it is a very, very super powerful attack. But the fact that I made it a Ki Blast means, oh no, you are splattered against the walls. The example I will give you is that the third form of Frieza in this game does not have the correct battle power for him. It is, I believe, because second form is supposed to be 1,000,000, and that is not what he has in this. He has, I think, 750,000. I think the third form is 1,000,000. Hi, Brash. How's it going? Yeah, no. Third form has 1,000,000, and he has 500 hit points. Normally, air quotes, in that fight, that's perfect. You will have a Piccolo fuse with Nail, and then actually fuse with a bunch of other Namekians, including Dende, which is weird, but you just go with it. And then he drops a Makenko at like 2.5 million, so right around where they are. He would have the same battle powers where the other cast members would have right now. And he does like just shy of 500 damage to him, which is pretty good. But why go through the rigmarole of having all that happen when you can have somebody, again, same power level, using a card that's just a little bit more powerful? It does usually around 2,500 points of damage, so it's a little bit busted. And that's what we use to get past the last few bosses that you can't radar past. You can't radar past Ginyu, because again, the game soft locks. It doesn't spawn Frieza or any of the Dragon Balls, so there's nothing for you to do past that. You obviously have to beat Frieza. If you try to radar past it, he just shows back up in his third form again, and you have to go through the entire thing. That's awesome. Alright, so Goku, do not under any circumstances use the super card. Do you hear me? If you use the super card, I have to make another one, and I hate doing that. Excuse me. Mr. Split, that's fine. You cannot comprehend the form. Yes, you can. It's a flood of words. I did mention to Tristan prior to this run. Yeah, no, last time I tried to have a co-commentator for this, they just left after 30 minutes. They're like, I don't know what I would ask, and I don't know where I would try to. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. I apologize. You know, good on you for trying to stick it out. That's good. I can say more about you than that than my parents did. I'm sorry, what are we talking about? I'm actually just going to keep training for a bit while I vape again. Because I'm a filthy degenerate. I used to smoke. Neither are good for you. Don't do that, kids. It's all bad. I mean, I haven't really put too much effort into like trying to talk like Spike Vegeta. Yeah. That's really more like background guy, if anybody. So, last opportunity to save was prior to that last Goku training section. So if you had to reset this next fight, which happens a lot in Blitzless, you have to do Goku's training section again, then deal with this cutscene. It's the Ginyu squad, by the way. Here they are. There they are. They actually found the rest of the Dragon Balls for us because we weren't looking for them. We don't care. We're here on a sightseeing mission. Excuse me. So, this fight sucks, and we don't really want to have to deal with it, but you can't radar past it because it puts you in a permanent flying state, and that sucks. So instead I use the Bukujutsu card. For some reason the game treats me as if I'm stuck in a cave, and the first two members of the Ginyu squad are just gone. They're gone. Bye! So Goku's here. Hooray, the savior is here and ready to help us out. Oh boy. We like it. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so here's Goku. Again, we get it. We get it. You're here. You're here to save us. We understand. Now allow me to break the game further. I want that super card's defensive rating to be 3. It now is. I now also make that into a Super Goku card. And now you remember that part where I like to look at my inventory and things that happen. So I'm going to look at Goku this time. And I'm going to look at the inventory and that's not correct either. So now we're going to have, I believe it's Krillin, is going to do nothing, and then nothing, and then we're going to duplicate that card because, hey, why not? I'm going to get rid of that card. I'm going to duplicate that super card 3 times, and I don't really feel like dealing with these guys. Look at my watch, and we're out of here. Bye. Now, this is fun because you remember how often the map looks like absolute junk? I get to maneuver up to where Ginyu is and fight him. And just in case something stupid happens, I'll save. It's fun being able to look at the Rorschach's, not Rorschach, I don't know, it looked like a freaking Jackson Pollock painting. So Goku is going to do a Super Kamehameha with that card that I created that is super busted. Let's see what kind of damage this does. Ginyu has, I think it's 300, no, it's 400 hit points. Might be 450, whichever. But you whittle him down to the point so that he wants to swap bodies. So 980 is probably overshooting it just a little bit. So's the 382. So Ginyu's like, yep, I want to body swap into that guy. That guy is gonna be super awesome. I'm gonna be so powerful. This is gonna be great. Yeah. Wow. Let's do it. So now, he doesn't really know how to control Goku, so his battle power is, 33,000. Oh, darn. So, go on, do me a favor and punch out your dad. Do me a favor. Wait, what? Wow, I forgot. Okay, so Jisoo has a higher speed rating than Gohan. I forgot about that part. So if you roll the ZZ like that, man, yeah, you'll go first. Okay, fine. Well, Gohan's just gonna ninja kick his dad and ninja kick the Ginyu squad member, and that's the Ginyu squad. They were here for like 3 minutes. Oh, Vegeta's here too now, by the way. He's a rip-roaring party member. He's just here kicking it. It's great. We're gonna help Goku. We're gonna drop you into this healing pod, and this is the last time we're going to see you. I mean, unless you all want me to actually continue on and fight the super boss after Frieza, but that's we're getting a little bit close to the runtime anyway. So I say, why don't we just go ahead and end it strong by, you know, beating the game. I'm gonna say air quotes correctly, or finishing the category correctly. We do not need to also punch out Vegeta, although it really wouldn't be punching him out. It would be make one more of those super busted cards and obliterate everything that you see. So in terms of characters that are the focal point of the series, right? Those guys. Goku, obviously kind of major, right? You know, main character, all that jazz. We ditched him. We shouldn't see him again. So by the way, hey look, it's Frieza! Oh no! Yamcha, you get in there, you mix it up, and you punch him too. Oh, that's right, Gohan's gonna go first. Okay, so never mind. There was a Frieza. He is dead. And now we have 7 Dragon Balls in a cave that happen to look like a Christmas tree, or maybe just an upvote arrow. It wasn't actually Frieza, it was another one of those Black Cybermen, because of course it was. You think it's actually just going to go down that easily? Of course not. And I don't really want to deal with walking, so we're just going to fly out the cave. Now, Nail needs to distract Frieza long enough for us to be able to use the Dragon Balls to summon Porunga, the Namekian dragon who grants wishes, to bring back Piccolo. Just because he finally eventually died. I guess he had a heart attack about how hard we punched out Dodoria, but whatever. Yes, no, yes, what's correct? This is like a bad fanfic. Now, the interesting thing is, a lot of these things you can actually just do in the game normally. Having everybody, except for Piccolo, having all of them actually survive the fight against the Saiyans on Earth, you can do that. You can take Krillin, Yamcha, Tenshinhan, Chaozu, take them all with you, Dynamic. Go have crazy adventures. It's all fun and great and jazzy and groovy and yeah. Or you could just continue to bust the game. So here's the other thing. We've already seen the last real anything that Piccolo's gonna wind up doing in the game. We're now going to wish Piccolo back to life. Yay! And then also bring him to Namek. No! Where is he? On Namek. That's what you wished for. Now Veggie's mad. He doesn't get to wish for immortality. That's just how it is. That's fine. Veggie, you realize how outclassed you are by the children, right? You probably shouldn't be saying anything. So instead, we're just gonna roll up on Frieza and fight him. Unfortunately, you don't want to just outright win this first fight in one hit right here. Tends to not work out well for you if you do that. So instead, we actually just toy with Frieza so we can continue on with the game. Alright, so we're going to stun Frieza, and we're going to march out Veggie, and we're going to hope that he actually doesn't fight. Because it's faster, and Veggie chooses to fight. Of course he does. Veggie, why you gots to be a butt, man? Just don't do anything. Okay, cool. So now, we get to see Piccolo. And this is the last time that we get to see Piccolo. He's alive, he's well, he could go join the fight, but it hard locks the game, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go find Nail. Hey, Nail! Hey, this guy looks exactly like me. That's awesome. Hey, let's go ahead and fuse into a super being. Okay, are we going to go fight something? No. This is it. He's powering up. He's super powerful. Look at him. Woo! He is awesome. Yeah! Man, he feels like he could take on anything. And that was it. That was the end of Piccolo. Because you have to fight Frieza normally here, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at my watch. Oh, I did split that early. Boom. Okay, so that was that. Piccolo, you have to fight through the first form of Frieza, and then go through the second form of Frieza, and then eventually Piccolo shows up. Actually, just one round. But that didn't happen, so it is impossible to get him to join the party, so he's gone. Bye. He has now been left to live out his days on Namek. Exactly what he always wanted. And you actually have to beat these guys. This group specifically, I don't know why, but you do. So they're done. But the rest of these guys, I can, radar, because, well, again, that's the name of the category. If you'll allow me to. Great. There's group number 2. Here's the Not Ginyu squad. There they are. And you don't get to actually fight the Not Ginyu squad in this game, not all 5 at the same time. I only know of one RPG that allows you to do that. Oh, by the way, Frieza's already Form 2 and going to Form 3. Do not think about that too much. I think he just realizes the gravity of the situation, and we're totally not going to get sued by this form. Right, yes, no, yes, what's correct? I think look at my watch and walk away? That seems like a plan. So we actually have to burn off a bunch of fights right here. What's happening here? This is weird. Hello, fight. Hello, fight? What is that? Thank you. It's like, there's a way to force combat. Guaranteed it will happen, but it wasn't working? I don't know why? I said now it's working. Okay. Koal. Alright, so where am I on the map? I want to try and find the island that I eventually... Yes, I know I broke the game. Have you not paid attention so far? For some odd reason, Frieza decides to employ hit-and-run tactics against us, which is odd, but, I mean, hey, brother, if that's your plan, that's how you're gonna get it done, then you do that, brother. So we just, we fly down south towards the island where he eventually says, no! Now we fight like men, and ladies that dress like men. Because in my eyes, Frieza is Gilgamesh. It doesn't make a lick of sense, just go with it. Was this game working properly at one point in time? About 2 minutes. I think it was 2 minutes before I did the first radar and ruined everything. So just, you have to go through a bunch of fights. Frieza shows up. It doesn't matter what you do to him, fight him, kill him, whatever. He then runs away, and then you gotta fight him again after a little bit. Then eventually, we get dragged off for the climactic fight, where, normally it's everybody just kind of does what they can until Goku shows up. Yeah, Goku is small potatoes compared to the rest of this group. So, no! Sorry, man. That's not what's gonna happen there. So, Krillin, Gohan, and Yamcha. Those are my 3 heavy lifters right here. I mean, everybody else is respectable, but no one's going to be able to one-shot Frieza, right? Let alone doing that twice. So, what I think I'm going to be doing, oh hell yeah, I'm going to be running DBZ Kakarot, dude. Hell yeah. Gots to run that, man. Whenever it winds up coming out. Look at your watch, Gohan. My goodness, man, you're killing me. No, there's no chance to fry the cart. This works on all 3 versions of this cartridge. There's actually 3 different versions of this card: a 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. Or sorry, 1.0, 1.1, 1.2. And it's just variances, and like the training is slightly easier, and Vegeta actually tries to attack a little bit more often. So we all run on the 1.1. It's January now? Ugh, that sucks. We all run on 1.1 because it's just easier. Like, if your RNG's perfect, it really doesn't matter what version of the game that you're running it on. All the glitches will still work the same. It won't work. A lot of these glitches won't work on translated copies of the game. I don't know why that affects it. It just does. But yeah, no, that's what's going on here. You're not frying the cart. You're just abusing the really bad programming. So here we are. Let's go fight somewhere. Let's do it, Frieza. Yeah! Wow! Oh, it was really close. I like it. I had to shift very little to get to the island. Okay, so, hey look, it's Frieza. So, Gohan, do me a favor and nuke him. Or stare at him menacingly. It's... yeah. Oh, 3268. I'm sorry, I was slightly off on the number. That's my bad. Nope, I don't split yet, because there's also the cutscene where he kills Dende. He's not always in the party. Sometimes you can just, kill him off. So, I know you're all dying to know who kills Frieza, right? I mean, it's not going to be Veggie. It's clearly not going to be Chaozu. I was thinking about Yamcha, but what usually works best for me is my main man, the Krillin. So, Krillin, if you would do the honors, good sir, and take out Frieza for us. And I mean, he's going to be dropping the sickest stare down right here. And that's Frieza, and that's time. So there you go, folks. That was Dragon Ball Z, Legend of the Super Saiyan, true any %. That vicious stare down from Krillin that just made the final boss explode. Because hell yeah. And I'm over by 15 seconds. Kind of annoyed by that. Just a little annoyed that I was off by that. You know what it was? Resetting forever during Goku's stupid training. Ah! Goku, why? Goku, why you do this to me, man? Why? So yes, that was it. That's it for me. I watched everyone fly by and realize they didn't die on Namek, even though Goku is somewhere on Namek just kind of healing. Piccolo is off being a water farmer, whatever Namekians do. And the rest of us are just going to go back to the ship and leave. Bye! Also, the planet isn't exploding because Frieza did not decide to pull out that trump card. So, yeah, no, we won, ladies and germs. That's it. That's it for me. That's it for the game. That's it for Big Bad Game-a-Thon. So, I guess this is the point where I kick it back over to Kowal. So y'all want to go ahead and take it over, man.